Stock market reeling a day after new tariffs were announced by the White House. CBS Money Watch correspondent Kelly O'Grady watching the markets right now.
I think investors are really worried about two specific things. It's how these tariffs are going to impact companies' profits. So many companies have a global supply chain, and tariffs are going to raise costs for them. And then how is this going to impact the consumer?
Now, on Wednesday, the president announced a 10% baseline tariff on imports from all countries and higher tariff rates on dozens of nations that run trade surpluses with the U.S. Now, the idea is to manufacture more products stateside. However, Kelly points out
there are specific products that we simply just can't have made in the U.S. And so when you think about a tariff, that's never going to come off if it's not made in the U.S. And this is a long-term thing. You're going to have higher prices on those products.
All three of the major indices, the Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ, all down more than 3.5%, if not more. I'll get you an update on those numbers here in a second. Supreme Court Justice-elect Susan Crawford says Elon Musk helped her in her campaign. Crawford tells the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel she believes Musk likely motivated her supporters. She cruised to a 10-point win over Brad Schimmel Tuesday.
Jeff Mayers, the president of WIS Politics, says the Crawford win was a result of pent-up anger at Donald Trump and Elon Musk more than a love of Susan Crawford.
First opportunity for Democrats in a swing state where Trump only won by some 20,000 votes to express their anger and displeasure.
With more than $100 million spent on the race, Mayers says people are tired of the partisan nature of judicial races.
That's a lot of money. Like, wow, that's the reality that we're in.
Crawford is sworn in August 1st. John Mercure, WTMJ News.
At least 4 people are dead after a string of tornadoes, rain, and severe storms hit portions of the South and the Midwest. And it's not over yet. ABC's Ginger Z's in Lake City, Arkansas, next to a home destroyed by a tornado.
We heard from a local firefighter who said that he does not think that anybody was in this house, which is great news. But this was one of hundreds of tornado warnings from Wisconsin back to Louisiana and Texas up to Ohio, with that concentration right here along the Mississippi River. This is just day 1 of 4.
The weather much calmer around here. The man in charge of MPS's lead cleanup is out of a job. Sources confirming to our partners at TMJ4 News that Sean Kane no longer serving as MPS Facilities and Maintenance Director, effective immediately. Time now for news about your money, the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Right now, the Dow is down nearly 4%, down 1,500. The NASDAQ is down more than, or actually nearly, NASDAQ's down more than 5.5%. So it's 981 down. And the S&P is also off 245 points, so that's down more than 4% in mid-morning trading. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Sports, traffic, and weather next. Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time, 10:04.
You've got several kids, or your job and other commitments keep you buried with work.
Meanwhile, the clutter is piling up at home. How can people stay tidy when their lives are in chaos?
We have a solution to help you chase away the chaos.
Yes. He's Dan, and I'm Katie. Together, we're Inspired Closets.
Our team at Inspired Closets can more than double your closet storage space via gorgeous closet renovations.
And our true lifetime warranty makes it a no-brainer. Get started today at InspiredClosetsMilwaukee.com.
Inspired Closets.
A wife and husband team.
As spring rolls in, it's time to get your yard ready at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Keep ahead of crabgrass with effective crabgrass preventers from quality brands like Scott's and Estate. These powerful pre-emergent solutions stifle crabgrass and other invasive weeds to keep your turf healthy and green from the get-go. But if any weeds slip through, Estate Premium 4-in-1 Lawn Treatment will choke them out on contact. Take pride in your lawn and find the value you need to maximize its potential. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
The Mr. Fix-It Show this Saturday is sponsored by Aaron's. When purchasing lawn equipment from Olson's Outdoor Power Equipment, you're well taken care of after the sale. Olson's knowledgeable staff handles the warranty and parts, can answer all of your questions, and can handle all your tune-ups and repairs. Check out the impressive line of lawnmowers on display at Olson's Outdoor Power Equipment Showroom in Muskego. Stop in and say hi to Fawn, the guest this Saturday on the Fix-It Show, sponsored by Aaron's. That's Olson's Outdoor Power Equipment in Muskego, sponsored by Aaron's.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law offices. One call, that's all sports desk. Bucks and Sixers in Philadelphia tonight. You can hear that game on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee. Brewers and Reds from AmFam Field right here on WTMJ. General Manager Matt Arnold on Brewers 360 this morning on Wisconsin's Morning News, responding to a report in the Journal Sentinel that Mark Attanasio had spoken with Scott Boras, the agent, super agent, about potentially signing another pitcher or a reliever.
And that's a huge part of what we want to try to do here is just continue to look everywhere, internally, externally, just to help the team every day. That's not just right now; it's all the time. And so, we're always on the lookout and have a number of guys on the radar to help us today and hopefully in the future as well.
Arnold would not say if they have anyone coming in for a bullpen session like the owner had alluded to. Again, Brewers and Reds tonight, our coverage at 6 o'clock. First pitch, 6:40 right here on WTMJ. WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving time saver traffic. Trouble spot right now is 94 eastbound, so you're getting into the zoo just fine, but it is tight around the stadium, so just be mindful of that. You should be able to get through it fine, but it is a little tight as you're squeezing through that area there, so just be mindful of that. You can expect some slowdowns, 3 to 5 minute delays, maybe ebbs and flows a bit, but definitely tight 94 eastbound right around the stadium. 4145 south, Highway Q to the zoo is fine. 43 southbound Brown Deer Road into downtown, no issues there. 94 northbound looking good from Layton into the city. The WTMJ 5-day forecast for the day today. As we look at your day, it's cloudy and sunny. More clouds than sun, though, and a high of 50. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 37. Friday could see some rain tomorrow night, a high of 51 inland. Saturday, cloudy, slight chance for rain early on. 49's your high. Sunday, partly cloudy, and a high of 46. I'm Eric Bilstead, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time, 10:08.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, it's time to fast forward. Welcome to the future of almost everything in Wisconsin on the Upswing. Presented by Horicon Bank, the natural choice for all your banking needs. Joining WTMJ's Jeff Sherman, here's Martin Moore.
Good morning, Wisconsin. Good morning, Milwaukee. Welcome to the future. It's a Thursday show, commerce, community, the future, and more. Always joining me on Thursdays, Martin Moore. Martin, thanks for your time. Thanks for being here.
Hey, I'm here on time. Unlike last week, where I don't know if the listeners even realized that I was 17 minutes late. I was, like, you would ask me a question. I had walked in the door, 4 seconds and the mic was on, and I was completely out of breath, and I was like, please don't let Jeff ask me a question. Please don't let Jeff ask me a question.
Timing is always perfect. Timing happens when it's meant to. I'm just grateful you're here. Today on the show, we're going to look at a variety of different topics. We have the future of Peeps, smart glasses, ticketing. Is Amazon going to buy TikTok? Some big video game news coming. And since the playoffs are getting close, and Martin and I were both at the Bucks game Tuesday night, maybe we'll talk a bit about a special event the Bucks had last night and look into the future of sports documentaries, as well as maybe get Martin's take on what the Bucks can do in the playoffs. An interesting day for sure already in the markets. One of my favorite and kind of one of the best books I've ever read about money is called The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Highly recommend that you read it. I saw this from Morgan this morning on X, and I think it was a really good summary for what's happening right now. Morgan Housel just said, it's a good day for a walk. That's good advice. It's a good day for a walk. Get out. Don't look too macro. Don't look too micro. Just get out, take a walk, take a breath. It's going to be all right. As we do each and every morning, we got two things in the business world we're going to take a deeper dive into. We call it Two Up.
Now it's time for the Two Up on the Upswing.
Trump and Elon breakup? I had to report this yesterday on Politico. President Donald Trump, Political reporting yesterday, saying that he has told his inner circle, including members of his cabinet, that Elon Musk may be stepping back in the coming weeks from his current role as governing partner. The president remains pleased with Musk, said the reporting on Political, and his Doge efforts. But both men have maybe decided in recent days that it may soon be time for Musk to return to his businesses and take more of a supporting role. Trump and Elon have both denied the report, and yesterday the White House press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, said on X that both Elon Musk and President Trump have both publicly stated that Elon will depart from public service as a special government employee when his incredible work at Doge is complete. You're looking at this a little deeper. Musk, obviously very valuable to Trump, for sure. Can be a leader that he can place blame on and even a scapegoat at times. But there's a big upside and downside here, too. We shall see. Power play relationships can get dicey. Second up quickly here, jobs. U.S. companies did more hiring than expected in March, adding 155,000 jobs versus 120,000 forecasted by Dow Jones. This was reported by ADP on Wednesday. So payrolls are growing even amid concerns that the labor market and the economy are being weighed down by weaker consumer sentiment. Service providers provided 132,000 jobs. Meanwhile, annual wages rose by 4.6% for workers who remained at their companies and 6.5% if you're looking to make a job change for those that went to different employers. That is your 2-Up. Coming up next, more with Martin. We're going to dive into the world of nostalgia and business. A couple things with Peeps. It's almost Easter, and there's always innovation from this creative company. You're listening to The Upswing. This is WTMJ.
He's going to fire up a three for the win, and he hit it! Game time has arrived! Lobs to Giannis, who flushes it in with one hand. Lillard, three-pointer for the lead! It's game time! Green going to fire up a three from the top of the arc, and he sends the ball no line. Takes it down the lane. He'll lay it in with another foul. Oh, baby! The Greek freak is unleashed.
The sound of the Bucks is here on the home of the Bucks, WTMJ.
Founded by ventures, fueled by community, and focused on business. This is WTMJ's Jeff Sherman speaking on behalf of my good friends at Horicon Bank. Horicon Bank, they've been doing banking differently since 1896. How? Your financing requests, they can be approved in days. You don't have to wait weeks because your banker understands you and your business. Service and products go hand in hand, providing top-notch products to meet your cash flow needs. Horicon Bank, they get the job done. Together, doing good, that's their vision, and they're committed to doing what it takes to help your business grow. Horicon Bank, truly the natural choice. Member FDIC.
Save big money on everything for your next bathroom project. Now at Menards. Upgrade your bathroom with Max. With more than 1,000 showers, bathtubs, and surrounds, you're sure to find exactly what you need to add luxury and style to your bathroom. Save big in our entire selection of Max bathroom products. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after, an in-depth recap of every Bucks game in 6 minutes. No more, no less. Bucks in 6 provides game recaps for every game. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis.
Puts it on the floor, spins down the lane, and plunges it through.
Or the deep threes from Dame.
Dame time has arrived with 107.
Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back to the Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman. Thursdays, it's the future of almost everything. Martin Moore joins us. So, Martin, are you a fan of Peeps?
No, I don't. I don't have a sweet tooth. I'm not a big fan of sugar. I would not be. It would be no hyperbole if I said I haven't had a Peep in like 20 years.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan either. I love the nostalgia around it, and I love the innovation from the company. So obviously, they're those marshmallow chicks, kind of teaming with right now a new product coming out. They're teaming with Promised Land, which is a dairy company in Texas. Mm-hmm. to create and promote Promised Land sweet marshmallow milk for Easter. So they have a whole new ad campaign by the creative agency AOR Bakery. Limited time product is launching for Easter. The spots are going to feature, obviously, that big, bright yellow Peeps mascot.
Sure.
It's owned by Just Born Inc., which is a family-owned candy company based in Pennsylvania. That's kind of the cool thing about Peeps. It's still a family-owned business.
Is it really?
And it still kind of has this local nostalgia to it, but it has this reach and depth to it that is super creative and hard to do.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, it's such an iconic candy and brand. I mean, like, you're a loser if there's not Peeps in your Easter basket.
That's right. So we're looking at the milk product. 31 grams of sugar per quart.
Oh, RFK going to shut that down real quick.
Yes, that's the interesting thing here. It's still a high sugar content product. $5.49 at retail.
Oof.
Yeah, so, a little more expensive.
That's a hard
people
sell.
are seemingly getting a little more used to paying high prices. Locally, the 14th edition of the popular non-traditional racing art museum exhibit with Peeps just opened this week. It has over 200 artists that are creating art out of Peeps.
Oh, wow.
A lot of creativity there. That's going to run through April 15th. $10 for adults, $8 to get in for seniors and kids. But I wanted to talk about nostalgia in business with you, Martin. Like, what are the specific ways that companies can tap into nostalgia? And does it help sell product?
It really does. And, for me, I'm, with costs, we're sort of in that right now with the whole retro tech vibe. I mean, you're seeing wired headphones, tape players. People are just gobbling up old iPods and repairing them. For me, it's always been this thing where it's like there's all these things you want when you're a kid, whether it's clothing or technology or a car or whatever it is, but you don't have the money. And then all of a sudden you get older, you go to college, you start doing well, save a little money. And then you can afford all these things that you otherwise weren't able to as a kid or as a young adult. And so now you've got this little expendable income and you go out and you start buying some of these things. And I think it's just a matter of companies doing some research, figuring out what they could bring back and the appropriate timeline for that and the demographic they're going after. And it's a relatively easy sell. I mean, a lot of this retro tech that I've been involved with, Game Boys and all that kind of stuff is selling like crazy. And so I think it's very scalable with any segment.
Does it allow you to go into multiple demographics
100%.
At once? And are there ways that it doesn't work?
I honestly don't think there isn't ways that it doesn't work because, something like tech, which, I'm involved with the headphones and stuff like that, you're getting the biggest demographic is young kids, really interested in something new. Or not something new, but tech has kind of stalled a little bit. And so, there's just so many cool gadgets back in the day. So you get that demographic. And then you get people like me who grew up in the 80s and the 90s that have the money to, buy some of those toys. And it's a much larger pool than if you were just fishing with dynamite and trying to come up with some new product.
Yeah. I mean, you get
if that makes any kind of sense. I just went on a diatribe.
Sure, no,
about
you
what
get to
sounds like
tap
nothing.
into what consumers really care about.
Totally.
With some legacy.
Nostalgia's huge.
Yeah.
It's one of
doubt.
the biggest marketing tools in your box that you can use.
And then you get to connect those consumers to the younger consumers, maybe at home, and create even deeper loyalty. And that's what it's all about. Putting that purpose and loyalty to play on the business side is going to help grow the revenue for sure. And also campaigns like this from companies like Peeps allow for the opportunity for even more live events to tap into local festivals, to do pop-ups, and to really kind of create that exclusive merchandise, limited merchandise around holidays that creates additional revenue opportunities.
Can I ask you a personal question? What's the
Not if it's about Peeps. Yes, sure.
Okay. What's the longest you'd let a Peep go and still eat it?
I can't do that. I just
6 months.
Yeah, I'm worried about expiration dates to begin with.
Sure.
So if I don't see an expiration date on a Peep, I'm not touching it.
Things hard. You can pound nails.
I
with
love
it.
the creativity and innovation around it and the promotion around it. The marketing guy in me, that's why I love Peeps, but I'm not sure about eating them without an expiration date on them. When we come back, Martin, will Meta's latest collaboration with Ray-Ban finally bring smart glasses into the mainstream? This is The Upswing. You're listening to WTMJ.
While being the first pro baseball team is your claim to fame,
What's going on in there? What? That light.
those red jerseys remind us that your franchise is in flames.
Oh, the red. Yeah, it's a chicken roaster sign.
The Brewers host the Reds at American Family Field.
Back and Churio makes the catch as he collides with the wall.
Our Brewers Radio Network game day coverage starts tonight at 6:05. We are the home of the Brewers. WTMJ.
A Rolex isn't as cheap as a Casio, and you can't buy a gold bar for the price of a candy bar. But while they last, you can buy high-end Beautyrest Black and Sealy Posturepedic mattresses for nowhere near high-end prices. Hasseless Mattress is clearing out a handful of premium floor models. These are the best of the best, and now you can get them for way less. Like a Beautyrest Black LX Hybrid was $3,599, but now it's just $971. Or a Sealy Posturepedic Golden Acres Pillow Top was $1,093, but the floor model is just $546. Visit any employee-free, hassleless showroom and test your favorite floor model without salespeople breathing down your neck. You won't find these mattresses priced this low anywhere else. It's like buying a Lamborghini for $10 grand just because it sat on the showroom floor. Only a few floor models are available at each Hasseless mattress location, and when they're gone for good. Find an employee-free showroom near you at Hasselist.com.
It's the biggest door in your house. Time to give it the attention it deserves. Vince Vitrano here talking about Lifetime Door Company in Brookfield. Updating your garage door increases the value of your home. It's the first thing people see, and it's the best return for your money on investment. At Lifetime Door, if you have an emergency, they'll come out 7 days a week to service existing garage doors and openers. 5% off any service or install at Lifetime Door Company in Brookfield. Get started now, 262-783-4004, lifetimedoor.net.
If you have a snoring problem or sleep apnea, odds are you have blockage in both your throat and your nose. Now, for those who've gone elsewhere and wonder why their issues aren't getting better, this is where the problem lies. Because the true root of your problem very well may be your nose. We believe we'll find that your nose isn't working the way it should. And once we do get your nose working, your CPAP mask can finally work, or you can lose that CPAP mask altogether. I'm Dr. Madan Kandula with Advent, where we offer every effective snoring and sleep apnea solution available, including simple in-office procedures that can get your nose and your throat working properly. It's a simple concept. If you're going to get your best sleep, you have to be able to breathe well.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Breathe well with simple solutions. AdventKnows.com.
Results may vary. Most insurance accepted.
Welcome back to the Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman, joined in studio by Martin Moore. The Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line is 855-616-1620 from the 262. Some good reporting here. Peeps at Woodman's and Meyer are $1.50 to about $2 for a 10-pack, up about $1 from a few years ago. So a little inflation still there in the candy space for sure. So yesterday, Mark Zuckerberg was at the White House to lobby President Trump to settle an antitrust lawsuit against Meta. Meta chief was at the White House to discuss a lot of different things, including probably the company's latest collaboration with Ray-Ban that I think, and you may disagree, but we're going to talk this through, may finally bring smart glasses into the mainstream. Now, for years, all these tech companies have been trying
Snapchat
to find,
spectacles,
right?
Google glasses.
Yeah,
I won't even
Apple.
say the slur for the Google glasses that everybody used.
Well, I want to talk through the use case here. You know, who is going to dominate this space? What product is going to come out on top? Is it going to be Apple with its Vision Pro? Is it going to be Meta? That is, I think, really smart to work with Ray-Ban, because you're putting it more fashion forward. And I think that's the challenge with a lot of these products, is that they just don't look right, but they may work. So who do you think, and what do you think these companies need to make smart glasses successful?
Who do I think? None of them.
No?
What can they do? Nothing.
All right. Tell me more.
I will die on this hill. Human beings don't want to wear stuff on their face. The whole reason LASIK is a thing is because people don't want glasses. I've been alive long enough to watch 3D TVs fail, glasses at 3D movies fail, VR fail. Every time there's something where you have to put something on your face, people, the average person, your next door neighbor Jan, your Uncle Jack, they don't want anything to do with it. Sure, there's tech nerds like me that think Apple Vision Pro is cool or Google Glasses might be neat. But in the grand scheme of things, the average person just doesn't want to wear something on their face the way they will a watch or put a phone in their pocket. It's so disconnecting. You don't want to feel it on your face. You get fatigue. And I just don't think there's anything people can do. Like, even if you could take this pair of Ray-Bans that I have right here, same form factor, weight, and everything, I still don't think people are going to go out and go drop $1,000.
You wear them often. Do you want functionality within there to get what type of information would you want to be delivered?
But I don't want it for $1,000.
Yeah.
I just think it's a market they've tried every corner and avenue to crack, and I just don't see any end in sight. Maybe 50 years from now, maybe 75 years from now, but definitely not 5 to 10.
Yeah, I mean, you go back and you look at Snapchat's spectacles. I mean, that product cost the company millions of dollars, and mainly the consumer thought they were goofy.
Because they are. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. They're goofy looking.
So I think you have to find that use case, right?
Sure.
I mean, the AirPod is kind of, to an extent, solved hearing aids a bit and provided a real good reason to use it above and beyond just listen to music or podcasts or whatever, and made it fashionable. So I think if smart glasses are going to make it in a larger scale,
imagine
they
being
have
able
to have that true vision, if you will.
Imagine being able to digitally enhance your near or far sighted with, or let's say you wear bifocals and these glasses could in real time adjust the lens for your vision to see close up or far away. Imagine if you have what's the thing where you can't see different colors? You're colorblind.
Yeah.
Imagine if there was a way where it could do some stuff like that. That's where the accessibility is where I see smart glasses playing a big role. But I mean, that's so far down the road.
Yeah. So Meta's next version, which will be a deluxe version of the Ray-Bans that they have right now, it's going to have hand gesture controls and a screen for displaying photos and apps.
Sure.
So if you're watching on the live stream, you can see and you can swipe as you're walking down the street. Again, that, to me, is incredibly distracting.
It is. And then you also have an entire society of people, walking down the street, pinching the air like a lobster, as they're expanding their text messages and swiping things away. I don't know. I see it, 50 years from now, but I just don't see any real world implications where it would be a financially successful business model anytime in the near future.
All right. Did you download the latest iOS 18.4 version on your phone?
I did, and it did nothing. I don't know. Nothing meaningful.
Anything exciting on the emoji side that you're seeing?
Not really, no.
Oh.
I used the same 3 emojis that I did before and after the update.
Have you seen the new face with bags under eyes emoji?
No.
That's the one that everyone's talking about that is going to be the big hit.
That's because we're all stressed and don't get enough sleep.
I like positive emojis. I like aspirational. Yes. I'm sticking with a heart. They're not going to get me to the sad emojis.
No.
This is the upswing. That's what we're all about,
Yes,
Martin.
Jeff.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 10:30, ABC News, and local headlines, and more with Martin Moore next.
This is a special report from ABC News. I'm Sherry Preston. The Wall Street sell-off continues. The Dow continues to drop as investors weigh the impact the Trump administration's tariffs will have on the global economy.
The Dow has plummeted nearly 4%, and the Nasdaq is down almost 5%. The S&P, meanwhile, has lost more than $1.5 trillion in value so far in early trading. Companies with big manufacturing operations in China, like Nike and Apple, are being especially hard hit after the Trump administration leveled 34% tariffs on the country, on top of existing 20% tariffs.
That's ABC's Mike Dubusky. President Trump insists the tariffs on other countries will bring manufacturing jobs back to the U.S., but that also comes with other cost concerns because it's more expensive to do business in this country. Analysis from UBS says it's plausible the tariffs could knock down U.S. economic growth by 2 percentage points this year. This is ABC News.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 10:31. An update to the breaking news out of Beaver Dam that we've been telling you about. A missing pregnant teenager said to be doing well this morning. Sophie Franklin, who just turned 17, hadn't been seen since early February, when police say she took off with the father of her unborn child, a man named Gary Day. Now, early this morning, Franklin was found near Omaha, and the Amber Alert was canceled. Day is now said to be in custody, being held on bond. Franklin said to be waiting to be reunited with her family. Decision in Wisconsin Supreme Court Justice-elect Susan Crawford says she thinks Elon Musk may have helped her win re-election. I'm sorry, not re-election, but win election in that case. Crawford, who defeated Brad Schimmel by 10 points on Tuesday, tells the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel that Musk likely voted or motivated her supporters. And the man in charge of Milwaukee Public Schools' lead cleanup is out of a job. Sources are confirming to our partners at TMJ4 News that Sean Kane is no longer serving as MPS Facilities and Maintenance Director, effective immediately. Time now for news about your money, the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Of course, everyone watching the market right now. The Dow is down 1430, so that's more than 3% to 40,794. The NASDAQ is down 900. That's more than 5% to 16,704. And the S&P is down 226. That's 4% to 5444. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving. Time saver traffic. Trouble spot is still right around the stadium. 94 eastbound. You're going to crawl in there. Some road work being done in that stretch. So you're going to see some slowdowns through there as you're getting into downtown. You'll get through it, but you might notice a 5 or 6 minute delay there as you're heading into the city. The rest of the grid is looking good at the moment. As for your forecast, WTMJ 5-day forecast. So today, more clouds than sun, a little bit of both today. The sun will poke through, high of 50 degrees. For tonight, partly cloudy and a low of 37. Now for the rest of the week, here's what it looks like. Cloudy, maybe some, rest of the weekend, I should say. Friday night, could see a little bit of rain, a high of 51. Saturday, cloudy, slight chance for rain early on, high of 49. Sunday, high of 46. Monday, could see another snow mix in there, high of 38. I'm Eric Bilstead, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 1034. WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here for Tri-County Contracting. We talk all the time about Tri-County Contracting, the place to go for roofs and siding, but don't forget, Tri-County Contracting also does windows. Need a new front entry door? Tri-County Contracting. Or maybe a patio door that's always jammed. Get your free estimates today. They've been helping homeowners like you for 46 years. Tri-County Contracting, WI.com. It's worry-free roofing, siding, and windows. Tri-County Contracting, WI.com.
Who's hungry? Mark your calendar April 19th through the 27th for Lake Geneva Restaurant Week. This culinary adventure showcases dozens of the area's top restaurants, serving up exclusive breakfast, lunch, and dinner menus at unbeatable savings. From casual cafes to elegant fine dining, the choices are endless as we celebrate Lake Geneva's amazing dining scene. Check out participating restaurants, menus, and all the tasty details at visitlakegeneva.com. Lake Geneva, it's always been the place for distinctive dining.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano here for Shopco Optical. Get eyewear for everything you do at Shopco Optical. Schedule your annual comprehensive eye exam, check out new frame styles, and order your annual supply of contact lenses all in one place. Enjoy the time and attention your eyes deserve at Shopco Optical. Receive quality eye care and a personalized vision solution tailored to your specific vision and lifestyle needs. Call Shopco Optical or visit shopco.com to schedule an appointment at a location nearest you.
With an ever-changing inventory, you never know what great bargains you're going to be able to find at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores. It makes shopping fun because the best finds are the ones you had no idea you'd even come across. And when they're at thrift store prices, it feels good. And it feels even better to know you're helping us help others. Shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Welcome back to the Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman, joined in studio by Martin Moore. It's the future of almost everything on Thursdays. In your future could be a visit to the Mine Shaft. So we're going to give away a gift card to the Mine Shaft restaurant in either beautiful downtown Hartford or just off of Highway 41 near the EAA in Oshkosh. It's super affordable, a ton of fun, and really family friendly. That world-class game room quietly set aside and really convenient. So mom and dad can hang out at the bar, have fun, have deep conversation. The kids are going to be up in the game room, having a good time, playing Pop-A-Shot. Kids under 5 eat for free Monday through Thursday from the kids menu. And every Thursday, when you buy one pizza, you get a second pizza for free. Let's do caller number 8 at 855-616-1620. Caller number 8 gets a gift card to the historic Mine Shaft. A little bit of breaking news I just want to mention here. I just saw on JS Online. We talk future of retail. I really love Mayfair Collection. It's where our partner, Horicon Bank, is located. This from JS Online, that discount fashion retailer Burlington is coming to the Mayfair Collection in Wauwatosa, moving into a vacant site that was once Saks off 5th. That closed in 2019, I think. So the new store is going to open this spring. And it will be the 16th Burlington location. It's going to join Skechers, another new retailer out there. You a Skechers fan, Martin?
I was in high school.
Yeah. Another brand.
Nothing wrong with them now. I just haven't worn them.
Another brand, though, that has done that nostalgia thing pretty well and continue to innovate and find new audiences. So Skechers, another new retailer opening at the Mayfair Collection. So, Martin, yesterday, another executive order coming out of the White House combating unfair practices in the live entertainment market. Singles out the bot sales in particular on ticket platforms.
It's a big one.
And kind of aiming to protect fans from unfair practices. The Ticketmaster and StubHub both support President Trump's executive order here on concert tickets. But do you think it's going to stop or limit kind of unfair and maybe even unjust fees and practices on resale sites?
You know, part of me wants to think that this executive order is for, like altruistic reasons and that's protecting the consumer. But then when you hear things like Ticketmaster's for it, then I start to think, well, if they're for it, then there's obviously something that's not good for the consumer because for the most part, companies and corporations are not for, government intervention and things. And when they are, typically it doesn't go in the favor of the consumer. So I don't know. This is the first time I'm hearing about it. But what I will say is that something needs to be done because anyone who's listening has bought a ticket for a Disney show or a basketball game or a baseball game or a concert or anything. And they're like, oh, that's not that expensive. And then you get to the checkout and then there's, 3 times as many fees on it. And so something has to be done about that. And then, like you had mentioned, the bot thing would be great. I tried to get Dave Chappelle tickets for Summerfest last year and those things were gobbled up in like 4 seconds when it went online. And I'm just like, there's no way that.
Well, and Ticketmaster controls, I think it's over 70% of the primary ticketing market for major U.S. concerts, too. So, I mean, it's a huge company, and there's a lot of impact here. Specifically, on the executive order side, what they're looking for is more enforcement, better online ticket sales to take away the bots.
Yes.
Specifically a Bots Act, right? I mean, that's a technology thing that maybe could be solved, and Ticketmaster and StubHub would buy into. Price transparency, that's maybe a little trickier, but one that should be
Tell me what it's going to be
front and forward. Tell me what it is
like
before
Expedia.
I get to the third screen.
Exactly. When you go on there and you look for flights on Expedia, it tells you what it's going to cost. What you see is what it's going to be at checkout. Like that's what I want with my tickets, with my Airbnb, all of that kind of stuff.
And you want to prevent unfair practices, and you want to get the companies in compliance with tax laws for sure. So a lot of moving parts there, but I think ultimately it's about more transparency for the consumer because that's what we all want, and I think that could move the ball forward. On the ticketing side, coming up next, I got some information about the 1982 Brewers documentary. We're going to get Martin's takes on which sports documentary does he want to see made, and some big news around TikTok. Is it Oracle? Is it Amazon? Is it a mobile technology company called AppLovin? Who is going to purchase TikTok? This is The Upswing. You're listening to WTMJ.
Do you have a written financial plan? Hi, I'm Aaron Kowal of Kowal Investment Group. We have recently joined Creative Planning, a national registered investment advisor. This move allows us to provide more comprehensive wealth management services to help with all aspects of your finances, including your investments, taxes, estate plan, and more. At Creative Planning, we understand life is busy, and sometimes important things like retirement planning can fall to the wayside. So I'm here to remind you to take time to plan. A 1-hour complimentary consultation with our fiduciary advisors will help you get started on the path to your dream retirement. We will review your current financial situation, your goals and needs, and help you plan for life's what-ifs. Don't delay planning for your future any longer. And even if you already have a plan, a second opinion from our advisors can help determine if there are adjustments to make. Kowal Investment Group is now Creative Planning. Visit creativeplanning.com to get started. That's creativeplanning.com.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Rejuvenex.com.
I'm WTMJ's Sandy Max. What makes working at Three Pillars so special? Let's hear from my friend Tracy.
One of the things that enticed me about Three Pillars and wanting to work there was their stellar reputation and just being top rated. I got this job. I told people, I told family and friends and people I knew, and every single one of them was like, oh my gosh, you're going to love that place.
Find a rewarding career at threepillars.org.
Do you have a clear advertising message that assures your potential customers will choose your business over others when they need your goods or services? Will you have time to nurture it so it stays interesting? Can you buy media effectively and cheap enough so that your business stays top of mind? You're a business owner, and we understand how busy you are. And that's why we do these very things to help our clients gain market share and grow their business. Anderson-Smith.com. We help small budget advertisers get better results. Making a big advertising budget work? To us, that's easy. We feel that our ability to make small advertising budgets work in a big way truly demonstrates we really do know what we're doing. And that's why we should talk. We'll take your advertising budget, put it to work, and if history tells us anything, it will be the best investment in your business that you've ever made. Go to Anderson-Smith.com, email me, and I'll call you in short order. Because small or big budget, we help advertisers get better results.
It's Gina Della. You've heard me define what makes Pella Windows and Doors different. Let me introduce you to the woman behind the billboards, commercials, and share my extraordinary journey of resilience, reinvention, and shattering glass ceilings every Saturday morning at 6:30 on 620 WTMJ and anywhere you stream podcasts for What's the Difference with Gina Della to discuss business coaching across all industries, featuring successful executives, entrepreneurs, and mentors along the way. This is a story you won't want to miss.
Welcome back to the Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman, joined in studio by Martin Moore. It's the future of almost everything, the future of sports documentaries going back to the past to 1982, just a bit outside, which chronicles the ups and downs of the almost championship season for your Milwaukee Brewers, is now available on Roku. And some people, I think, know the name Roku, but aren't like really aware of how do I get it? Is it an app? Like, is it just in my smart TV?
Sure.
A Roku account is free, but if you want to buy the standalone streaming player, they're about $29.99, although I've seen them at Target for like $19.99. So if you want that standalone device that just streams Roku and other things, like your Apple TV or your Amazon Fire Stick or
10
whatever.
packs of Peeps and you can have a Roku.
Exactly. So it's basically free now to watch the new 1982 Brewers documentary on Roku. So, Martin, if you had to pick one sports documentary that you could make and be a part of and you think would be commercially successful, what would it be and why?
Commercially? You didn't put that in the notes, Jeff.
I want to put a
Moving
business
the
spin
goalposts,
on
no pun
it.
intended.
Yes.
Well, now I don't know.
Okay.
My original one was, because obviously I'm a huge Bucks fan, is I would love to see a documentary between. So last night I was at Pfizer Forum for the Bucks Legend thing and got to meet a couple players from the 71 team. But I would love to see a documentary that sort of highlights and talks about 71 to 2021 and that time in between, because there's some great players that I got to meet last night, that really, even though the Bucks weren't winning, like, you felt very optimistic. We had a couple chances where we got close. And I think, at least for me and Milwaukee and Wisconsin basketball fans, it'd be a very interesting documentary because that 50-year gap there's a lot of things that happened that sort of got us to where we were in 2021, and so I feel like that'd be a really fun one.
Yeah.
Otherwise, obviously, a Bob Uecker one would be great in a few years.
Right.
Once some time is settled and we've all kind of gotten over it and come to peace. I think that would be a great one to celebrate all of his accomplishments in his story. I think that one would commercially do well.
Yeah, I mean, and that's my thoughts exactly too. To your Bucks point, I think we have a lot of legacy and lessons business-wise around Oscar Robertson and obviously the late Junior Bridgman.
Sure.
I think those could be really interesting, creative looks, not only into their careers on the court, but off the court and the impact that they had. So there's some leadership, there's some motivation, there's so much there. Oscar Robertson's book is amazing if you haven't read it. So I think there's a good opportunity there to tap into, again, that nostalgia, but also bring it front-facing with leadership and business and collaboration with Junior and Oscar. I'd watch it.
Oh, yeah. I know I'd watch it.
Yes. All right, let's talk a little bit about TikTok. TikTok's future in the U.S. is foggy at best. It's not stopping major advertisers, though. I don't know, Martin, if you've seen. Like Coca-Cola, Comcast, and Walmart actually have increased their spending on the platform in Q1. But now, with a Saturday deadline looming, there's a thought that Amazon's put in a last-minute bid for the platform. A mobile technology company called AppLovin has made a bid for TikTok. And I think globally, we've been talking about it for the last couple of weeks, Oracle's in the mix. What do you think
I
happens?
didn't have that one on my bingo card.
Yeah, I think Oracle provides that opportunity for multiple investors to come in.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that's what's going to happen because there's too many pieces to slice up here. But what do you think about Amazon and TikTok together? What are the opportunities there?
I mean, it's very interesting because, obviously we think of Amazon as like a digital storefront online shopping brand, but, they obviously have the Prime piece to it. And, there could be an element of TikTok that they could cross the platforms and either bring TikTok content somehow to Amazon Prime, to your television and your living room, and vice versa. Maybe there's an opportunity to sort of metamorphosize what you're seeing on TV on Prime and bring that to TikTok. And so that one logistically makes some sense, and I could see some opportunities. I'm just thinking about it right now in real time where maybe it could be an advantageous acquisition.
Yeah, I mean, finding ways to grow the advertising revenue, I think Amazon can bring their platform to the table.
And that's what they're going to look at.
Without a doubt. And that's what AppLovin is. For people that haven't really looked into AppLovin, they have a whole in-house creative agency called Spark Labs. That's a huge revenue driver there. So they have the AI and the digital advertising tools like Amazon, but in a little different way. So both of those could be really interesting plays. And if you're able to marry TikTok shops with what Amazon does, then again, there's so much commerce and content.
There's so many elements to it, and just being able to say to advertisers, hey, you can advertise now on Amazon Shopping, Amazon Prime, TikTok, all under one umbrella, one account, seamless experience for the advertiser. And it does. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Depending on how much it costs.
No matter what, it's going to have to be navigated carefully for sure, but there's lots of strategy and significance no matter who sweeps in to be the next owner, or at least the next majority owner of TikTok.
You want to go halvesies, Jeff? You and me go halvesies.
We might have to look at our investments after the show and see what we can do there. Coming up next, the Midwest Gaming Classic is this weekend at the Baird Center. There's a big announcement, though, in the video game space that I know Martin's very interested in. We'll talk about it. This is The Upswing. You're listening to WTMJ.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. Join me every Saturday at 1 o'clock for something really cool. It highlights Wisconsin. The people, the places, the things to do. It's Experience Wisconsin. We'll check in with communities from all across the state, from way up north to down in the border with Illinois. This week, a couple of really cool places that we are going to focus on. It is Lake Geneva. We'll let you check out Lake Geneva. And also, iconic Ishnala. That's right, we hang out at Ishnala. It's Experience Wisconsin on WTMJ.
The Overly Dramatic Reading Club, the League of Extraordinary Couch Potatoes, the alliance of people who always forget their passwords.
Do you have a large group? we have just the table to accommodate them.
The Benevolent Brotherhood of Bad Jokes.
Meet the Benoit table from Penny Mustard.
One table to seat them all.
The Secret Cabal of Not-So-Secret Secrets. The Order of the Mismatched Socks.
The Benoit table is customized with your choice of wood and stain,
Edge and apron.
shape, and legs.
It's perfect for groups of all sizes, including
The prestigious Society of Random Shenanigans.
And
The International Confederation of Awkward Handshakes.
And
the Society for the Sincere Appreciation of Unnecessarily Long-Winded Club Names.
Are these clubs real?
Pay your dues and find out.
the Benoit Dining Room, starting at just $61.98 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Better versions of what people want.
Penny Mustard Furnishing.
April 6th at Tropical Smoothie Cafe, reward members get $5 off an acai bowl or an acai bowl with Nutella. Log into the app on April 6th to redeem your rewards. Terms and conditions apply.
We didn't write the headline, the Wall Street Journal did. The days of set and forget investing just ended for many Americans. Economic uncertainty and global unrest. It's a wake-up call. Standard financial advice is to avoid making rash decisions during market turmoil. But retirement planning isn't a set it and forget it process anymore. That's where Annex Wealth Management comes in. As fee-only fiduciaries, we craft personalized plans that adapt as needed. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Head to annexwealth.com and click the Get Started button.
Stop in and stock up at Fleet Farm's Truckload Super Sale this Thursday through Sunday. Get bags of KT Basic Blend bird food for just $13.99 a bag. Edge Heavy Duty Storage Totes on sale for $7.49. Miracle Grow Garden Soil is 4 for $11 or $2.75 a bag. And Trophy Rock Mineral Blocks are on sale for $8.99 a piece. We bought big so you can spend less at Fleet Farm's Truckload Super Sale, April 3rd through the 6th.
Healthy joints, healthy lifestyle. Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Arthritis, injuries, wear and tear, common joint issues that keep you from doing what you love. At OAW, a visit to the doctor doesn't always mean surgery. Everyone is different. Surgeons, nurses, physical therapists work together to come up with a plan for you. Maybe it's PT, medication, injection, and if you do need surgery like I did, you know you're in the best of hands. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. Book an appointment online at orthowisconsin.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
It's time to jump up in the air. Jump up, don't be scared. Jump up and your cares will
Well, welcome back to the Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman. The Midwest Gaming Classic is this weekend at the beautiful Baird Center here in downtown Milwaukee. 350,000 square feet of trade show space, 10,000 games, free to play with admission price, 200 vendors, hundreds of industry guests, lots of technology and creativity in this space for sure. Just, you can pre-order tickets right now, find them online, but the price is at the door. I think it's $65 for Saturday, $35 for Sunday. You can get a Saturday and Sunday ticket for $80. So a lot of entertainment there and a lot of industry leaders to meet. When you look at the future of video games, Martin, Nintendo, the estimates I saw yesterday from a bunch of different research firms, it's predicted that Nintendo is going to sell 14.7 million of its new Switch 2 consoles.
That's a bunch.
Which come out later this year. Trailer for the new hardware is out with upcoming games from Mario Kart and Kirby and Donkey Kong. I want to know, though, you have costs rising on so many levels for families. What do you see for kind of the future of pricing models on the gaming side?
I mean, games are going up. Video game prices, at least for the last 20 or so years that I've been playing, have remained relatively stable and the same. They haven't risen crazy. Like, I mean, most games launch, you can get the base game for $69.99 or $79.99, which I think the cost per gaming hour is better than any other type of entertainment you could do. Maybe next to a TV show, or something like that.
Yeah.
Consoles obviously are going to go up. Tariffs are going to make those expensive. I feel sorry for anyone who's a parent right now going into Christmas this year and their kid wants the new Switch because it ain't cheap. I can tell you that much.
I mean, I think the projections are a bit optimistic. I think there's a lot of enthusiasm around a new portable gaming device, and obviously a lot of legacy there with Nintendo. The new console debuts June 5th. Suggested retail is $450.
Yep.
So,
or $499 if you bundle Mario Kart World.
All right.
That's a lot. I mean, that's a ton of money.
Yeah.
I think that's what I paid for my Xbox Series X. So, but it does a lot.
Yes.
And Nintendo also has a history of longevity with their consoles. I think the original Switch came out in like 2017 or something like that. Most of the games will be supported in the new one. And so, I think it's going to do relatively well. Maybe not that well, but
put it on your wish list. Put it in your cart. Martin Moore, thanks for your time. Always appreciated. Coming up next, Wisconsin's Midday News. But first, business headlines.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
A local bar has progressed to become a